It's Rick and Patty from the KORD Morning Show. Thanks for listening. We really appreciate it.
And, of course, you can always catch us anywhere and everywhere with our KORD mobile app. It's free for you in the App Store as well in Google Play.
Morgan Wallen, Whiskey Glasses, number one for New Country. It's 102.7 KORD. Got Ricky, got Patty. Good morning, 6:08, sunshine, 65 degrees, sunshine. Already a gorgeous day. Going to be a very nice day today, right, Patty?
It's beautiful, Rick.
It really is. And welcome to your Monday. Welcome back to it. We're going to work on some Facebook. Fun to get your day started. Other people's problems on the way. Also, Nashville news. And speaking of Nashville, have you heard the brand new Randy Travis song? This thing is amazing.
Yeah.
They've had to use...
They did it with AI, right?
Yeah. If you did not know this, Randy Travis many years ago had a stroke. So he's been debilitated and not been able to sing vocally. And so the nice thing is they were able to, with the use of AI, a very good use of AI. If you're using AI, I got to defend this use of AI. And they were able to basically do a Randy Travis song with Randy Travis. And James Dupree, he's the voice behind it. Because you have to lay in a basic track.
Sure.
So
and he's the one.
And they replicate Randy's voice, but James. And so James is out on tour with Randy. And again, how they put this song together is absolutely amazing. And if there was a good use for AI to give Randy Travis his voice back, I 100% support this. And he's been on CBS Sunday Morning talking about the song, and we're going to get a chance
We're going to talk with James later today.
Yeah, the new song is called Where That Came From. And so it's been out for a while. And again, it's a brand new Randy Travis song. And Randy's voice is back thanks to James. And we'll talk with James more details about that story. And I think it's absolutely fascinating and fantastic.
It is. Yeah.
And again,
we'll get the scoop.
We'll get the scoop with James coming up a little bit after 7 o'clock on the way. So let's get the day started. Grab a cup of coffee, dig in. Let's get going. You got Rick and Patty, KORD.
The KORD Morning Show with Rick and Patty. Back with more next on number one for New Country, 102.7 KORD.
Get ready, Tri-Cities. Pet Overpopulation Prevention's annual Pooch and Pal event is back and better than ever. Mark your calendars for June 15th at Columbia Point Park. Lace up your sneakers and leash up your furry friends for a fun-filled 5K walk or run. Early registration is happening now. Sign up today and snag yourself a cool t-shirt, swag bag, and exclusive access to the post-fun run party. But wait, there's more. Pop is also seeking vendors and sponsors to join in the excitement. Visit poptricities.org to register. That's P-O-P-P tricities.org. Sign up and get involved. Sun's out, tongue's out, folks. Let's make this year's Pooch and Pal the best one yet. See you there. Hubbard back then right now, number one for New Country. It's 102.7 KORD. Whole lot of sunshine as you dive into your Monday. 6:20 right now, 65 degrees and sunshine. All right, here's the Facebook fun to get the day started. What voice would you want on your smart speaker? Think about that this morning. I was thinking, everybody's going to go Morgan Freeman.
Well, yeah. That man can tell a story, can't he? Voice.
James Earl Jones.
Oh, wow.
Thinking of some really good voices.
I would even take Harrison Ford.
I knew you would say
that.
Yeah, that's a good one. How about, he's passed away, but Sean Connery had a great voice back in the day.
I'll go with Casey Kasem, too.
Oh, Casey's passed
why
away.
not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Oh, Casey be great, too. Very, very distinct. Yvette says, Kit the Car.
Oh, yeah.
That's William Daniels. Also, Jody says Samuel L. Jackson. Well, if you're going to do that, you got to have the explicitives. That'd be fun.
Expletives.
Exactly. Yeah, and then Jared says Fran Drescher, the nanny.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
nanny.
know. You like that voice?
Just so you know, the funny thing about it, it's an act. So the funny thing is when you hear Fran just talk,
she's not really. No,
people are like, oh, she's got the most annoying voice, and then you hear her on an interview, and you're like, wait, she don't even sound.
Yeah, no.
It's the same.
Isn't that the voice that you would like, though? Would you want
Fran,
the nanny? You'd want the character voice.
It's hilarious. Yeah, but it's what a great example is when you see House, the guy who plays House. He's actually British. So when he's not, so when he's not House, he's British, and so he's in an interview, and you're like, oh my gosh. So it's weird. Same with Tom Holland, who's Spider-Man, he's British. So when they're not doing the remake,
character,
it's
you're
crazy.
Like,
what the? Yeah, it's always been a shock during an interview. Wait a minute, that person's English? What? Anyway, so let's have some fun with that. What voice would you want on your smart speaker?
Man, you bring a good one though, Sean Connery.
Sean Connery, that back in the day. Sam Elliott. Before we wrap this up, Sam.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, absolutely, Sam Elliott. Yeah, absolutely.
He's quiet.
Yeah, he's great.
But You don't want to mess with Sam Elliott.
I love it. I think I'm gonna go Sam Elliott. So there you go. That'll be the Facebook fun. What voice would you want on your smart speaker? More of your comments on the way. That's the Facebook fun. You got Rick and Patty.
You're listening to Rick and Patty in the morning on number one for New Country, 102.7 KORD.
6:35. It's number one for New Country. It's 102.7 KORD. You got Rick. You got Patty. Always good to be with you. Happy Monday. Let's dive right into the Nashville news.
We're going to Thomas Rhett says that his upcoming project exudes joy and fun. It's a 14-track album. It's called About a Woman, and it drops on August 23rd. It is Thomas Rhett's 7th studio album. The project, they say, is inspired by his wife, Lauren. And Father's Day coming up on Sunday. Blake Shelton's dad inspired him to live the country lifestyle.
I went fishing or hunting every day after school, and whatever I had ended up on that porch. I mean, we were bachelors. We had a lot of chicken chow mein in that house and deer chili. All that dead stuff, I drug up on that porch. We ate it.
Do you still think he's hunting? Do you still think he's doing that? I don't know. Carly Pearce is in New York City. She's visiting Jimmy Fallon tonight. She will be talking about her new release. It's a 14-song album titled Hummingbird. It's Carly's 4th studio album and her first as a producer. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon will be airing at 11:35 Eastern on NBC. And Dolly is announcing a new hotel in downtown Nashville. The Songteller Hotel is going up on 3rd Avenue and Commerce Street. Dolly broke the news shortly after revealing a new Broadway musical based on her life, a new line of wines. She also helped kick CMA Fest off just this past week. Dolly, can she do nothing wrong? She's out there.
She's amazing.
She's got everything going on, doesn't she?
Dolly is a living legend.
Well, Jelly Roll is just one of the country music superstars who made a surprise appearance during CMA Fest this past weekend in Nashville. He joined Cody Johnson on stage at Nissan Stadium for a rendition of Whiskey Bent on Friday. On day 3, Lainey Wilson surprised fans. She guested with Terry Clark for a rendition of Poor, Poor, Pitiful Me. CMA Fest, of course, wrapped on Sunday. Those are your trending headlines.
We love to hear from you, and it's easier than ever to reach out. Just open up the Cord mobile app and send us an app chat message, or you can contact us the old-fashioned way at 509-547-KORD. Number one for New Country, 102.7 KORD.
Kenny Chesney's Sun Goes Down tour is rolling into a mystery location this summer.
When the sun goes down, yeah.
And you can be there. Listen for the Kenny Chesney contest codes at 820, 1020, 120, 420, and 720. And then enter them on our app. Grand prize winner gets concert tickets for them and a friend, airfare, hotel, and $500 cash. Get contest rules and more info on our app. Brought to you by Warner Nashville.
Number one for New Country, 102.7 KORD.
Base number one for New Country. It's 102.7 KORD. You got Rick and Patty. Good morning. 6:49. Right now, 65 degrees, sunshine, ready for your Monday. Very excited because coming up a little bit after 7 o'clock, country singer James Dupre is going to be on. Now, if you do not know the name, he was on The Voice. He's been on Ellen. But recently, he's been working with Randy Travis, and Randy Travis has got a brand new song called Where That Came From. And James is one of the reasons.
Isn't that his song?
It is his song, is one of the reasons why
Very
James
cool.
involved in this. What they
Project.
did is they replicated Randy Travis's voice with Randy's blessing, and we'll talk about how that process happened. This is a big deal, and we've talked a lot about AI. A lot of people are like, oh,
Yep.
AI is like,
Yep.
bad. This is one of those moments where AI is great, right, Patty?
Doing great things.
Absolutely. So we'll talk with James coming up here in just about 10 minutes. I know that he's going to be out on the road with Randy Travis as well. And we'll talk about how that song came to be. And again, the magic and I'm going to say the miracle behind giving Randy Travis his voice
Well, I
back.
just saw that they were, in Nashville for CMA Fest.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah, it's so cool. So we'll talk with James coming up here in just about 10 minutes. It's on the way. Plus, we're going to play that great Randy Travis song as
Right
well.
on.
So if you've not heard the brand new Randy Travis, it's on the way with our interview with James. 6:51 now, 102.7 KORD.
You're waking up with the Cord Morning Show, number one for New Country, 102.7 KORD.
Carly Zimmerman, Where It Ends, number 1 for New Country, 102.7 KORD, 65, sunshine for you. Happy Monday. You got Rick, you got Patty. Always great to be with you at 7:19. All right, we're a little behind today because we had that awesome interview, but you know what? Let's talk about other people's problems, and Caroline's got a situation.
She does.
What's going on here?
Rick and Patty, our daughter is 16 and has a part-time job. She's a great student and a good kid. Well, she's got some time off from her job next month. She wants to go on a trip with her friends. It's a group of kids we mostly know, but it's both boys and girls, all 16 to 18 and all her friends. One of the parents will be going on the trip as a chaperone. She has never given us a reason not to trust her, and we really don't have a good reason to say she can't go, but I am nervous about it. I think it's okay. My husband says there's absolutely no way she's going. I think we need to lay down some ground rules and expectations and have her check in with us a couple of times a day. But don't you think she deserves our trust? Caroline in Kennewick.
Wow. Well, she is 16. I mean,
Well, she's never given you any.
She's never given
any
you a reason.
not to trust her. Why?
Good
why
student, great kid. Yeah.
Well, I mean, why does Dad say no? Because of boys?
There's boys. There's boys involved in that. I remember years ago, a friend of mine on their Instagram had posted a picture of their daughter, Brinley. Her name was Brinley, and someone had said, "Oh, keep the boys away from her." And the mom right below goes, "She's not allowed to date." Period. And I think the girl was like 16 years old or so at the time, but she's not allowed to date until she's 18 or something like that. Very strict, strict rules in her house. I mean, whatever, So every family's different, every parent's different. In this particular,
a chaperone's going, Dad. Well, then, Dad, why don't you go as a chaperone?
Well, there you go. Now you're coming up with a great solution there. There's a great solution. But again, teens are going to do what teens are going to do no matter what. But she's a good kid. You got to trust. There comes a point where you got to trust your kids.
I don't know.
If she's giving you a reason not to trust her, then be like, okay, yeah. I mean, but if she's giving you no reason, and again, every child is motivated by something different. Not every kid's motivated by the same thing, if that makes sense.
No.
Some kids that stuff is not interesting. They just want to hang with their friends.
Well, and they're all friends.
Right.
You say. So I mean, I don't see any problem with this.
Right. Exactly.
I say you're going.
Yeah. I mean, you're saying,
and then Mom or Dad can volunteer to chaperone as well.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, why not?
I understand the dad's trepidation. I get that. I understand that. But I like the idea. Lay some ground rules and expectations, But again, people are going to do what people are going to do, no matter what. I used to always laugh because I've known a lot of people, but it's like, oh, hey, be home by 10 o'clock, don't be staying out late. I understand when parents lay down that rule. But then I hear stories later of
you didn't get home till midnight. What?
Well, no, that they went to the hotel at noon, at lunchtime. I'm just saying. So it's like stuff like that. Not to scare Caroline.
I'm going. What? Then where did
things are going to happen? At any. You know what I'm saying? Again, where there's a will, there's a way. So Caroline,
did you do that?
I'm not saying I'm taking the fifth.
Wow.
I did not at that age. I wasn't doing nothing at that age. I was a good church going kid at that age. I was. And I went to church camp. And trust me, things happen at church camp too. But I wasn't involved in any of that. But, So again, you got to trust your kids. Do
you?
Yeah.
Do you, Rick? It doesn't sound like we should trust you.
I just know people. I just know people. I'm just saying. I know people. But
it wasn't me.
But
I know people.
I didn't.
But it wasn't me.
I know. I didn't do any of that. I went to church camp. Didn't do any of that stuff. But it doesn't mean that doesn't go on.
I know.
I've been on trips with chaperones. It doesn't mean stuff doesn't go on.
I know.
So what do? I think you trust your daughter. She's 16. You got to trust her. She got a part-time job, good student, great kid. You have no reason not to. But I would lay down the rules. Hey, give us a call every couple, give us a call twice a day or whatever. Check in.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
Doesn't mean, again. So, all right, Caroline, we're going to do our best here. Already a ton of comments already coming in.
Yeah, I know.
Before we leave this, do you think there's a different standard between boys and girls?
Yes.
Because if this was guys, we would probably,
no problem.
Probably wouldn't even have this. I'm saying we wouldn't even have this conversation. Absolutely. It'd be like, yeah, my son, my kid. I know. Mm-hmm. And that I don't think that's fair. I'll tell you, I'll put it that way. I don't think it's fair. You know what I'm saying? But that's life.
I know.
As a parent, I would tell my kid, that's life. What do you mean, Dad? It's not fair.
I know.
That's life. Welcome to it.
Right.
All right, Caroline, we'll do our best to solve this for you. What do you guys think? Let us know. 547-KORD. App chat us. You got Rick and Patty.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show. Number 1 for New Country. 1027 KORD.
Jelly Roll, Halfway to Hell, number 1 for New Country. It's 1027 KORD. It feels like a Monday when the tongue doesn't work, right?
I know.
Yep. 7:34. I know, coming off the weekend, right? All right, whole lot of sunshine for you right now. Tri-Cities, about 70 degrees for you. So I was talking about my brother I went and saw my brother last weekend, and he got into a conversation about with my wife about the fact when we were kids, we stuffed him in a dryer. We stuffed our little brother in a dryer, and apparently, according to my brother, we turned it on. So we stuffed him in the dryer.
No.
We were little kids. We stuffed him in the dryer, and
That's dangerous,
it's
Rick.
very dangerous. We got in trouble. We got in trouble from it. But apparently, a story that just break in here from Virginia, a kid was recently got stuck inside a basket, and luckily, firefighters were able to free the boy. So. I don't know what kind of a basket. I'm trying to think, like a hamper, like a basket, you know. Anyway, this happened in Prince George County, Virginia, and firefighters got the boy free. Did you ever get trapped or in anything that, you know?
Yes, I was way too big. I was in a child seat on the back of a bicycle, and I was like 8 or 9. I don't know what possessed me to think I could fit in a child seat because I could not.
Right. And you were stuck.
I was stuck for a while. Yes,
that's it. And
we had to use like Vaseline, and finally, somebody just pulled me out. But it's
scary.
It was traumatizing.
No, it is.
For a while.
It is. People don't realize when you get stuck somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, you're like, it is traumatizing. So we'll take some calls, have some fun with you. 547 KORD. Do you know someone who got stuck in a room, a car, a vault, anything? A dryer. My brother swears we put him in the dryer and started it up, and we got in trouble for it. Said we got in a lot of trouble for starting up the dryer, but we did it. We stuffed him in the dryer. Said our mom was looking for him, and they're like, "Where's Steven? Where's Steven?" And we're like, "He's in the dryer." That sounds like us.
I don't know why.
It shouldn't surprise you.
No.
These stories should not surprise you.
Gosh.
Megan was aghast. She was like, I can't believe it.
I can't believe. No, I'm always fearful. Like my cat is going to be in the dryer.
Absolutely. Well,
because they always want to be where it's nice and warm.
Yeah. I know, absolutely. These are these stories that'll scare you. So we'll take some calls. Someone who got stuck in a room, car, vault, anything. And Patty, the seat, absolutely scary.
A child seat. I couldn't get out.
Scary stuff. So 547 KORD, take some calls on the way. You got Rick and Patty.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show. Number 1 for New Country. 1027 KORD.
Kane Brown, Lose It, number 1 for New Country. It's 1027 KORD. Your morning commute. You got Rick, you got Patty. Great to be with you at 7:42. All right. Have you ever got stuck in a room, a car, a vault, a restaurant cooler? What happened, and how did you get out of there? So taking your calls, 547 KORD. Tell us the story. What happened?
When my 17-year-old daughter was about 5 or 6, my nephew was staying the night, and we have a household full of girls, and at 3 o'clock in the morning, he went to the bathroom and forgot to put the toilet seat down. And she went to the bathroom after him and, fell in, got stuck, knees to her nose. So he wasn't too happy because I woke him up and made him pull his cousin out of the toilet.
Yeah, she's in the toilet. Go get her. She's in the toilet.
That's the worst. That's the worst.
Taking your calls. Do you know someone who got stuck in a room, car, vault, restaurant cooler? Toilet. Now there's a toilet. Add the toilet to the list. More of your calls on the way. You got Rick and Patty.
The Cord Morning Show with Rick and Patty. Back with more next on number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD.
Proof 751, number 1 for New Country. It's 1027 KORD. You got Rick, you got Patty. Always great to be with you. 68 degrees, sunshine, gorgeous day.
Isn't
for
it?
Happy Monday, man. Looks
We'll
nice.
take it.
I'm gonna go out.
Take it.
Get done with this break. I'm gonna go outside and take a walk around the building because it looks absolutely gorgeous.
I got my bike tires aired up.
Oh, good.
I am ready for the ride.
Oh, she is ready for the ride. All right, 547 KORD, been taking your calls here. Do you know someone who got stuck in a room, car, vault, restaurant cooler?
What happened?
My brother and I were talking about the fact that we as kids stuffed him in the dryer and
can't believe that.
turned the dryer on. So, and it is terrifying when you're stuck somewhere and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm scared, I'm terrified. It is a terrifying moment. For me, Logan didn't get stuck, but one of the scariest, I never talk about this because it was so terrifying for me as a parent. So in my hometown, Walmart is on a hill. So they had the gas station up on a hill, and then they had Walmart below the gas station, right? And so I had gotten out. I was filling the gas tank up, my truck back in the day, and this was a stick shift. And so I went over to the pop machine to get a Pepsi. Logan was a toddler, and his foot kicked
into gear.
Kicked the gear. And so I look over, and I see the truck literally moving as it's going down the hill. And
never
Logan,
ran faster.
never. To this day, I thank God, because he would have been killed. I mean, there's no, I don't even like to talk about it because it scares me so much. I had never ran so fast because I was clear on the other side of the island. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to make it even more scary, the gas hose popped off. You know what I'm saying? So it was,
wow.
I don't know if that hopefully gave me a few seconds, but it literally yanked the gas.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. So I had to, once I got Logan to safety, I went inside Walmart and I said, "Hey, I accidentally tore off the gas pump." And the guy goes, "Just leave it." I'm like, "What?" He just the gas pump. This is the gas pump. He's like, "Just leave it."
Wow. Wow.
Anyway, to this day, one of the most scariest moments.
But you remember it like it was. Oh, man.
I had to run. He would have gone down. He would have been killed. He would have been killed. So yeah, if you saw where this gas station was and where the bottom of the hill was Walmart, he just would have been. Yeah. So anyway, 547. I didn't mean that's the scary stuff. 547 KORD. Know someone who got stuck in a room, a car, a vault. What do you got for us? Good morning, KORD.
I was actually locked in a freezer.
What?
At a high school.
What?
Oh,
I was going there to pick up my stuff when I was in high school, and I had all this stuff I fundraised, and I was getting ready to pick it up, and it was in the freezer. Well, good thing I went in with a friend, but I got locked in the freezer, and she finally heard me pounding after 5 minutes, and she finally let me out. I was having a mini heart attack.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do. I was freaking out. I thought I was going to die in there.
Yeah, those moments. I mean, when things like that happen, get time stands still when you're in those moments.
When you're stuck?
Oh, when you're stuck, time stands
Feels
still.
like forever.
It does, and it's just absolutely scary. It's just you're terrified. Like, okay, and then your mind just goes, "Is this it? Is this it? This is how I'm going to go out?"
Well, you do not want to be stuck in a freezer.
No.
I mean, really?
Anywhere.
Wow.
Anywhere of time.
No.
We've been taking some great calls. A gal called in. She was in Oregon, got stuck in a window. They had to lube her up to get her out. You know,
and she said it was a small town too, where everybody knows everybody's business.
So there's her butt hanging out the window.
Yeah.
Butt hanging out
Poor
the
lady.
window. And they're lubing her
man.
up. They got her out of the window, but she was lubed up there. So taking your calls, 547 KORD. You got Rick and Patty.
You're listening to Rick and Patty in the morning on number one for New Country, 1027 KORD.
Kenny Chesney's Sun Goes Down tour is rolling into a mystery location this summer.
When the sun goes down, yeah.
And you can be there. Listen for the Kenny Chesney contest codes at 820, 1020, 120, 420, and 720. And then enter them on our app. Grand prize winner gets concert tickets for them and a friend, airfare, hotel, and $500 cash. Get contest rules and more info on our app. Brought to you by Warner Nashville.
Number one for New Country, 1027 KORD.
Number one for New Country, it's 1027 KORD, 811. Good morning. Got Rick, you got Patty. Great to be with you. 68 degrees sunshine. All right, code word for Kenny Chesney, 557 right now. 557.
Did you say 557?
I did say 557.
I'm making a note of it. 557.
Great flyaway to see Kenny Chesney. They still have not disclosed the location where we're going, but it's going to be an awesome trip for you. 557. 557 right now on your KORD mobile app. Don't worry, we'll give that to you again at the right time, which is 820. Because 1020, 120, 420, and 720, 5 times a day, these codes come down. The reason why I give it to you...
Count on Rick to do it early.
Because I want you to win this thing. I want you to win. It's why I give you the code early, and we'll do it multiple times. 557. There you go. Anywhere, everywhere on your KORD mobile app. Lots of great free content you can check out right now for free. And I thought this was absolutely fascinating.
What?
And what an amazing thing. It was a miracle. It happened in Baker County in Baker, Oregon. This guy went down a ravine, and he basically got trapped down there with his 4 dogs. Well, one of the dogs walked 4 miles back to camp and literally alerted the people.
Help.
Yeah. I mean, this is a real life
That's really
Lassie
cool.
story.
Yes.
Now I put Lassie in the photo. That's not the dog that did it. That's not the dog. But to me, I was like, that's a real life Lassie story. Timmy fell down a well. Go get help, Lassie. And Lassie,
Well, and that's what happened.
And the dog
That
went
is what happened.
4 miles. Megan and I were talking about if like DJ.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, your
DJ
dad-
got
your-
in trouble. We got in trouble at the dog park yesterday.
But if something happened to you, do you think DJ would go get help?
He'd try. No, he wouldn't leave my side.
That's what
I don't think he'd leave my side.
That's what we were talking about. So 3 of the dogs stayed, and they were okay,
Mm-hmm.
and the guy was okay. But the one dog went and got help. And so, yes, we talked about our 3 dogs. And like, nope, we're dead. They're going to be like, they'll stay with us.
Yeah,
they'll
yeah.
lick us. They'll lick us to death.
I know.
But- and
make
they'll
sure
be-
that they know that.
Yeah, but
That
no,
they're there.
But no one's leaving. No one's going to go get help like this Lassie dog. So anyway, find out details about that. Plus, it looks like K9.
Did you see Canine
I
Ivan
saw what was going
getting
on
the
there.
bad guy again? Oh man,
I love that
when,
dog.
When Ivan is brought in, it's all over. All over.
I have seen so many.
He's unbelievable.
Okay.
What?
Okay. Criminals listening to this station right now. I'm sorry. When they unleash the canine, I've seen
It's
too
all over.
I've seen way too many videos where that number one, that dog is so fast, you're done.
I know.
You're done. And
Yeah.
you try to resist arrest. I'm like,
You're not going to outrun him. You're not. It's just not going to
I
happen.
know. And you see, it's like really, yeah. So another capture for K9 Ivan. I love it.
He's spectacular, isn't he?
I love
Yeah.
those dogs.
Yeah.
And I've always felt they're officers of the law in my
Oh, I
book.
know. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So great job. Good boy there. Get those stories and more right there for you now on the station mobile app.
We love to hear from you, and it's easier than ever to reach out. Just open up the Cord mobile app and send us an app chat message, or you can contact us the old-fashioned way at 509-547-KORD. Number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD.
Cowgirls 822, number 1 for New Country. It's 1027 KORD. You got Ricky, you got Patty. Great to be with you. Happy Monday, 75. Whole lot of sunshine for you. Well, we got to tie this one off. Other people's problems. Caroline's got a situation with a 16-year-old daughter. What's going on?
Well, she's got some time off from her part-time job next month. She wants to go on a trip with her friends, and it's a group of kids that we mostly know. However, it's both boys and girls, all between the ages of 16 and 18. One of the parents is going on the trip as a chaperone. Well, she's never given us a reason not to trust her, so we really don't have a good reason to say she can't go. I'm nervous about it, though, and I think it's okay, but my husband says absolutely not. I think we just need to lay down some ground rules and expectations, have her check in with us a couple of times a day. Don't you think she deserves our trust? Caroline in Kennewick.
Lots of comments already on Facebook. What are people saying?
Stephanie says yes, and Alex says no, and he said, heck no. That's just asking for trouble.
Heather says, yes, she deserves your trust. Pivotal moment right here. Don't blow it. And Mariah says, coming from a kid who had strict parents and didn't let me go anywhere other than work and school, let her go. I never gave my parents a reason to not let me either.
Mm-hmm.
And I had great grades. They just said, I didn't want me running all over, like the other kids, which really wasn't my thing anyway. But I did miss out on a lot of my friend group trips. And heck, I was even so worried it would, she goes, I went with them on a trip. And they were pretty poopy about it. So again, she said she was one of those. She was one of those people didn't get to do it, man. So
Levi says trust her till she gives you a reason not to. If you're super strict about things, she's going to do them. I get the hesitation. Maybe just check in every other day or so, not twice. Stanley, that's overbearing.
Kevin says, let her go. Cut the cord. She can tell you all about her time when she gets home.
Barbie says only one parent is going for how many kids at the trip? Not even enough details. How far away? Glad it's not my decision to deal with.
That's right. Valerie
got questions.
Yeah, Valerie, as a mom who was the chaperone for my kids on many of these type of events, let her go. Raise her to be independent, make good choices versus controlling and suppressing her.
I like that. Yeah. Julie says, let her go. Become a praying parent. God does a better job than you can. Controlling parents live in fear, raise neurotic kids.
Not every child is out doing bad
No,
things.
they're not. They're not.
And that's something we got to get through. You know your kid better than anybody else. Now, there are definitely some kids you shouldn't let out. Yeah, I get that. But not every kid. And I
Not
know
every kid has bad on the agenda.
And a lot of these people are sharing their experiences where
Yeah.
their parents literally like, no, you're not doing nothing, And it's like, whoa, you're going to run around like other kids. No, not every kid is running the streets of the Tri-Cities, okay? Yeah, there's some few bad apples out there, but not every kid.
No.
And they, again, she's giving you no reason not to trust
Yeah,
her. And
I mean,
and there is and you said there
you
is a
raised her, right?
Yep.
You're raising her.
And I thought the best part that you said earlier was, well, if you don't like it, why don't you go? Why don't
Yeah. Why don't you be a chaperone?
We'll be going along. We'll be chaperoning. Exactly. So, Caroline, we did our best to solve it for you. I think let her go. And if you really want to keep tabs, chaperone.
I like that.
You volunteered
Yeah,
up. There
yeah,
you
yeah.
go. And there you go. Tying it off there. If you 547-KORD, app chat us what you would do in the situation. We want to know. Kenny Chesney code word 557-557 for the Kenny Chesney code word. Good luck. It's 1027 KORD.
You're waking up with the Cord Morning Show, number one for New Country, 1027 KORD.